This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Today's topic is devotion, which is a very interesting topic. And I would like to talk to you all and reach on this subject matter, not talking about things that we are devoted to, but things that we shouldn't be devoted to. I think a lot of times in life, we go through life and we know what we don't want, we know where we don't want our life to go, and we know how we want things to be. So we spend a lot of time devoting ourselves to getting these achievements and making these successes. But do we really ever stop and think about what we don't want to be devoted to? Because it's the things that we don't want our lives to be devoted to become the things that make us achieve what we're trying to devote ourselves to. If you have a life that is full of things where you're having this consistent downfalls, these consistent failures, losses, or lessons, then you have to start looking at, why do these things continuously happen? Well, if you have exited in all of these wonderful things which has begun to take you and propel you to your successes, what are the reasons for that? We got to look at things like, was substance a problem in your life? They could be toxicity in relationships. They could be toxicity with yourself. We have to learn to start loving life and not hating life. What about personal inner feelings within your inner verse? How are these things affecting you and the way that you devote yourself? Well, one way to begin to change those things is when you wake, show your devotion to the Creator, because He definitely is giving you His devotion every day by waking you. Show your devotion to the universe, to the plant life and the animals. They are out here every day for us to enjoy. What about this air that we consume every day? We can show our devotion in so many ways. Devoting ourselves to a better life, a better spiritual existence, and better thoughts. Ridding ourselves of negative language and negative thought patterns. How many times have you been in life, and I know this has happened for me many a time, where you just really thought, I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to survive, I'm not going to last, it's impossible. Well, by placing those type of thoughts in your mind, you've already defeated yourself, and you've already told yourself it's not going to happen. But what about devoting yourself to planting that positive seed, or devoting yourself more to lessening this negative language that we place upon ourselves on a daily basis? Because there's a lot of little tiny things that really need to be examined, taking a deeper look into our own consciousness. Thank you, beautiful birds and air and trees. It's a wonderful day. Devoting ourselves to smiling more, just that alone changes the inner verse, begins to change your soul. Once we begin to rearrange these things and these aspects to our lives and ourselves, we can then begin to fully see the change and be the change. Being the light for yourself, being the light for others around you. Devoting yourself to never quitting or giving up. Remember, those things that we may consider failures, unaccomplishments, or losses, once we recognize and we understand why they have happened in our life, why they are in our life, then they can be transformed immediately into just lessons. Because those lessons are the things that are going to propel us to greatness. And there's no champion, there's nobody who's ever had a victory without taking a loss. The thing that makes champions great and makes the winners winners is the fact that they have had those losses, they have had those failures, they have had those unaccomplishments. But those are the things that, if they handle them properly, if they convert that energy, and then they learn the lesson from those things, then they can propel to championship. They can propel to victory. They can propel to accomplishment. Life is not always going to be textbook. Life is not going to always be easy. But in this life that we live, we can champion it. We can champion it by accepting all the things that are faced upon us, all the things that we consider to be hard or disabling, or the things that have taken us down that dark path or that dark road. We don't have to spend or remain having that time there. We can literally transform our entire state, our cells, our bodies, our energy, our existence, our universe. Thank you, beautiful plant life. It's so beautiful today. Being in deep gratitude and appreciation is one really great way to begin this transformation, to start changing this life that we are existing in. We must raise our spiritual selves and our spiritual energy so that when the time comes, we can transcend to a much higher height. We can transcend our beings to where they need to be and what we can beautifully blossom and butterfly into, breaking out of that cocoon. What do you want to devote your life to? Do you want to continue to devote your life to the same old thing, being in the same old rut, having the same old downfalls? That's not an existence for me. I don't know about you, but what do you want to devote your life to? And what don't you want to devote your life to? You shouldn't not want to be at a higher plane. You shouldn't not want to grow. You shouldn't not want to be stagnated throughout your life. Devoting yourself to a negative existence only is going to breed more negativity. No, every day is not going to be 100%. But even if it's 99, even if it's 80%, you have one thing, life. And that is beautiful. That's the thing that will show you the way to the devotion. Knowing that the Creator, the Father's hand is on you and His Spirit is in you every day. That shows you the path to devotion. True devotion, being devoted to yourself, to never give up, to never let go, to never stop, to never not accomplish what you have set out to do. This topic is very interesting because I think a lot of times we believe that we have this deep inner passions and deep inner desires and wants, and we've made all these accomplishments. But there can always be more. The same way life can always be bettered. Self-betterment. Devoting ourselves to a better spiritual life, a better love relationship, a better existence, and a better relationship with the Creator. On a second by second, day by day, millisecond by millisecond, microsecond by microsecond. Devoting ourselves to bettering our physical bodies, because it is such a blessing that if you can just move, because there's so many that can't. Devoting ourselves to better mind thinking and bettering our own thoughts, bettering our own moralities, and then bettering those around us. Let's not devote ourselves to the negative aspects and the negative natures in our life. Because if you've been down that road already, then you know where it leads. Don't take that path. When you wake, start anew. Take a deep breath when you open your eyes. And be in deep gratitude and appreciation for everything existing around you. Thank the Creator. Then thank yourself. Then thank the ones around you and thank your loved ones. Because those things that are the mishaps, the misfortunes, the unaccomplishments, the losses, or the failures, are what are going to become lessons if we learn how to view them correctly and we learn how to take action and change them immediately. Convert that negative energy into something beautiful and positive. And remember, at the end of it all, no matter what happens, just smile. Because this existence is so beautiful that didn't have to be given to you. There's a lot of souls in this universe, and there's so many that could have been selected, but you were the one. Be appreciative, be loving, open heart, open spirit. Learn how to love life. Learn how to love victory. These are very powerful tools. I feel that if we just start and continue to move forward, no matter what happens, and move with that open heart and that open spirit, the victory will be at hand, and you will see that light, and you will get that win. Even if you've lost your whole life, even if you've never won, it is possible. I don't have much more on this subject matter, but it's just something to think about. What have we devoted our lives to and what we shouldn't devote our lives to? If you've liked today's subject matter, drop a line and drop a comment. Somebody tell me, what are the things that you no longer want to devote your life to? And if it's too personal, just throw a thumbs up. Click like, subscribe. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for viewing. I have many other videos on many other subject matters. And as always, the children are the future and we are the past. But by giving devotion to a better existence and working together, we can all be the future. If anyone would like me to do a part 2 to this devotion on either side, what not to devote ourselves to or what to devote ourselves to, let me know. I'm always down to do a part 2. People, learn to love life. Learn to love victory. Because every waking moment, you are victorious. Now the rest is up to you. Just take the action. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. This has been Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Peace.